What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement, still movement. Subscribe or die trying. You see the thumbnail. I've been waiting for the outrage on this. I'm not gonna say people haven't made videos about it, but where's the, outrage? Or maybe that's a good thing. I don't know. Because so the NFL comes out with a commercial like 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, saying football is gay. Like basically, one of the players comes out, Carl Nezub. He comes out and says he's gay. A week later, the NFL has a football is gay commercial, for Pride Month, really, right? And then people are like, kind of like, whatever. Now, there's a bunch of things that made me think about this. And one of the things was, okay, so white player comes out, y'all supportive. Black player comes out, social issues is a problem. The other thing, why, I'm waiting for the outrage. So NFL don't start till really September, August, September. So why are you making commercials in June about sexuality, right? Now, are these commercials going to run during football season? September, October, November, December, January, February. That's, I guess, what remains to be seen, right? So part of it is like you're supportive of a player, but you're disingenuous so far because let's see if you do this when the season goes because, and then you got to do the American part where maybe it's not outrage because people aren't watching football and they don't care, or they haven't seen the commercial. But then it's like, something's up. Football can be everything. Football can be gay. It can be patriotic. It can be global, but it just can't be black. You know what I'm saying? Take that back to when Beyonce performed at the halftime show. And it was like Black Panther theme and Malcolm X theme. All right, man, whatever. Now, you got to ask the question of, okay, now you're wanting people to donate to, is it the Trevor Project? So I'm guessing that's like a gay organization. So, and this is before the season even starts, right? So, what about everything that happened over the past few years with the quote-unquote social justice warrior aspect? What about the patriotism aspect? What about the Blue Lives Matter aspects? What about the All Lives Matter aspect, right? How many donations go to all of those things separately? How many things you ask to donate to separately? Which is interesting to me. Now, fast forward, not necessarily fast forward, going back a little bit. Prior to this, there was a few incidents at spas where there were men who were quote unquote transgender who go into the ladies' spa and they get naked and they do their spa thing like women do in the women's areas. And then the women freaked out like, hey, no, this is a man in here. It's a man in here with the women and my little daughter, and we're not supposed to see that. And the people are like, well, technically, we're not supposed to worry about people's. If the guy identifies as a woman, then it's not a big deal. And you could say it's a guy trolling, or you could say, it's a guy genuinely believing that. Either way, it's inappropriate, but I don't feel for him. You know what I'm saying? Because, I think that's part of the reason why you don't see that much outrage on that is because this is what you ladies ask for. Y'all have invaded every male space there is. So now you got guys, saying that they're women and invading all your spaces. Welcome to what, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. So, but at the same time, the football aspect, I had to bring that in to bring this into play. So when these stadiums reopen, do you think that since you're making this commercial, you may open the door to, say, men who feel like they're women going into the women's restroom in the middle of the game, during the game? You get what I'm saying? You think the women don't say they're, transgender and go into men's spaces, ironically. You're not going to see women who feel like men going into the male restroom, or or saying, what, I want to play football with the guys, or I want to box with the guys, and I want to play basketball with the guys. You're not going to see that. I want to run track with the guys. They're not going to do that, because they would be held to the same standards. And the women who are quote unquote transgender don't want no parts of that. But the men, on the other hand, do. So will this open the door for that? And probably. And let's see how the NFL backs that, because, maybe it's a support issue / money grab / we trying to get more revenue because they've been losing revenue. So this is a way to do it. But, not to mention all the fighting that, not all of the fighting, but the altercations that happen in stadiums, especially with rival teams. And you throw, because race has been a problem. So a lot of times we don't go, like people, we don't like go to as many games as we once did. So it'll be interesting when you get gay fans. You think they're going to get into it? Is it going to be like an issue? Same thing with the Asian hate bill. They got Asian fans, and when you get into it in the crowds in an NFL game, will that become a hate crime because you got into a fight or an altercation with an Asian guy over, team rivalries? These things remain to be seen, but we shall see soon enough, right? So tell me what you think. Like, share, subscribe, or die trying. Peace.